to you from Rocky Top last weekend of the regular season in SEC play, and we've got a triple header coming here on the other side, looking for ways to figure things out. And it's going to be tough here at Goodloe as we are underway with the first pitch, and first pitch swinging is Jordan Fabian, the first baseman, who grounds out to blazing speed and caught Minnie's attention.
I think we are getting
ways to hit her. Zoe Leno, who Jen Cummings at the plate. The 1-2 pitch from Pickens, and Pickens gets her going down swinging. For this Gamecock lineup.
Scored back-to-back hits in 45 innings.
And the grounder right back to Pickens.
This is a fifth year, a lot of experience. My favorite.
See if Kiki Malloy can get the bats popping and start the who had that solo shot yesterday. 343 runs, and this one lifted high, deep into left field, and that's how you get it. As an SEC best in home runs this season with 20.
Tiffany is the danger of throwing 74 miles an hour. Nation, the numbers that she's put up this year, if you can put a barrel on a 74 mile an hour.
The sophomore, who another one of those players you provide the power. And frozen, looking there at the knees, and Dottie Goble
already a feat. But then you've got the off speed right there, mid-60s. Season this past year?
I did. Legendary Coach Goat
possesses a lot of pop from that left side.
And speak of that pop, well, she is able to laser that one past the dive. One of the 5 transfers into pitching staff. The Gamecock says Anaya Black goes down to contact with. Swung on, hit well, and into the glove of Kiki Malloy and Judy. Take it off and try to steal. Kutsuma Yiannopoulos says no man.
Quite a shift for her. I think that obviously moving into the essence. Late Joan Joyce, the great, legendary Joan Joyce.
The 3-2, and Lair Boutte goes chasing. Third strikeout of the early part.
Went opposite field out of the yard. Even at 75.
And they're coming in at 72 miles per hour, right down the pipe. And Julia Yiannopoulos.
Broke the
and that
wow.
bat, wow. You rarely see that as the SEC was formed. Or before they got the He was 1 for 1 yesterday with a single. Sellers goes down swinging, so back-to-back Ks as she's spinning.
SEC Player of the Week honors earlier this season, and Coach Weekly just talked, and that she doesn't have to wear that as a weight.
Ashley Rogers, who had been the primary arm. And this time, Ian safely is the base. Fabian, the little chopper on the ground. Zeta Pooney with the turnaround throw, not in time. And Blankenship is
cut across this field, doing what she can to position her body, a 180 turn there to throw to first. But it's the aggressiveness around the base.
The 1-1 to Jen Cummings. And taking off again, there's Fabian, and Fabian slides in, so a couple of more today than we saw yesterday. No problem for Carlin Pickens. She says, I'll take care of business. Kind of playing off with, but it does, and it works really nicely. They are forever material, as Donnie Goborn has been.
Honors that coach has ever been a part of. This is an award that started in 9th grade. She said most freshmen, you've got to pull it out of them, but for her, it just absolutely flowed out of her
leadership component. And I've seen great players come through this program, but Kiki Malloy is somebody who is exceptional and special as she steals the second base. Likes her players, right? And so we got a chance
on and really dug into.
Pooney gets on top of it and grounds it over to short and ends the inning.
They really have gone 2 feet first and haven't been able to do that as of late.
Riley Blampede over to first base, the backhand, and Gibson able.
I miss pictures, Tiff.
I know. Rhiannon Potke, who does a great job covering softball, texts me and says, I have the APB out to try to get this picture.
Around Monsters Inc. I know it. It's going to happen. I think you're right. I think it's a thud on that barrel. Pickens is a little lighter, a little airier. It spins and kind of cuts through the strike zone instead of being that.
Simpson's at first, does a Dario. Takes that one to the ground, and Simpson goes to second base, so advancing. He does a Dario, 2-1 count. The pitch, low, and this one gets past Kitsilanopolis. And now, ready to take off. The pitch from Pickens. And Desiderio grounds it over to Pooney, who drops it, collects it in a wild throw, and the go-ahead run scores and take their first lead this weekend.
71 defensive team, and I would argue that Zeta Pooney is one of the best on this infield. But one mishandled, and then again the blue. It's a costly error for Tennessee.
Marissa Gonzalez flies out to center. The
really good point right there. And not just on defense, but in general. Teams versus championship talent teams is the ability in that moment for Zeta Pooney, who makes a bobble, to then take that deep breath. And
Florida was absolutely red hot. West slays into this one, but allowed out in the center field and trying to get back in time to first base. And she is
to back her up in that moment, clear the bases for.
Butte into the opposite field gap. That would have been more free. 6 home runs, the 6th one coming yesterday via solo. And Goborn gets her swinging, so Donnie Goborn is able to give themselves a shot. And taking the Sellers over to Donahue and 1 away. We chat with coaches just about. And how about Brooke Blankenship with a couple of singles?
Most teams do.
And this one getting past Kitsilanopolis, and that allows. All right, so Italian national team that competed in the 2020 Olympics, and the last time we saw Kitsilanopolis, she broke her bat. This time it stays intact, but Donnie Goborn having the success that.
This is one of those stories where I've done at a school like this for 4 full seasons.
3 straight. The 9-hole hitter, Katie Taylor. Kiki Malloy on deck. Tune in to the 7 Innings podcast, available on ESPN app.
Now appears to get walked for a second time.
And understand there who has so much potential and a lot of great. Zeta Pooney lays into that one into the scoreboard.
It's gonna go a long way. Zeta Pooney makes Goborn pay a missed spot. What was supposed to be Coach Karen Weekly is juiced. A big moment.
And that ends the inning. But folks, not before Tennessee. Fantastic career among the strikeout leaders year in and year out in the NCAA.
I think the pitch that she's been working on that will be a difference maker for her is the off speed.
This one to left, and out number one. That game two pitcher suffered her first loss of the season, 11-1 on the year. And the walk to the center fielder. Fly to center fielder last time up. Singled in her first AB. She takes off here in a 2-2 count. No, she stays put, and Zoe Leno goes down swinging. I got a screwball in that arsenal as well.
She entered here in the 6th.
Right. Grab by McKenna Gibson from first base, diving and foul. Came roaring back in this one thanks to Zeta Pooney's 3-run homer. Last inning, Riley West flies out to a lift for both teams at points. And the one-off walk to Larry Boutte. And Donahue, you see the frustration there as Tuesday night all the way to the championship, which culminates on Arkansas. Alabama leads the way with most. And hits the catcher Katsianopoulos, and so she trots down to first base. The pitch. Brockenbrough sends this one into left field, and that ends the inning. Couple left here, double header. Alabama Ole Miss currently underway. This one popped up. And Zeta Pooney called off for catcher Katsianopoulos. A 7-hole hitter. Big swing into left field. 2 down. As Tennessee closing in. And the Sellers list this one in the center field. Kiki Malloy calls it off, and the Tennessee Lady Vols are in their Summit Blue and Orange. First time in 16 years they're able to wear the conference crown. Long from Knoxville will send you over to number 14 Alabama, taking on Ole Miss.